Hello and welcome back to Don't Touch It. I am Caroline Parker. My guest today is Savannah Sachdev. She is a running content creator, but she's got a lot going on. She recently got engaged. She is a step parent and she also lived with her partner, now doesn't live with her partner. And we talk all about how they're going to navigate that. Let's get into it. Welcome.
Hi.
So you go by Sav. Yeah. We're not, we're full name people.
Yeah, whatever,
Nickname,
honestly.
Sav. Yeah.
Whatever you want to give me, it's fine.
You are a creator online. How did you get into that? Like, how did you get into the beginning of it?
I feel like loads of creators honestly just locked down.
Yeah.
Like, oh, actually, no, I lost my job. I got offered a job. This is actually so rogue. I got offered a job.
I love it. Get into it.
Literally just trauma straight away. And celebrated getting the job, and I've learned my lesson from there. Don't celebrate prematurely ever. I like celebrated it, and then I rung them the next morning to be like, what should I bring in? Like, what am I doing to start? And they were like, oh, sorry, we've actually given, like, overnight we managed to interview one last person. We've actually decided to give the job to them.
But had they officially given you the job?
Yeah, they sent me an email. Like, I had an offer in my email, so I was celebrating it.
Is that legal?
I actually don't know. But it was such a weird time. It was lockdown. Like, I was also living with my partner at the time, who has a child from a previous relationship, and was kind of like very strange from like my friends and family. So like I didn't really have anyone to communicate with. I'm sure if I'd spoken to the right person, maybe I could have pushed that further. But
I mean, we were going through a lot in lockdown.
Yeah,
like we were just trying to survive.
Literally, yeah. But then started running every day, and then eventually started posting about it. Basically,
God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's not losing your job because you never had it?
Yeah.
So hard to say.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think now being in like a self-employed and you are generating your own money and your own career and stuff is like a better fit for you than perhaps the 9 to 5? Your mum is self-employed as well, right?
Yeah. Honestly, like me and my partner say this all the time. I grew up with self-employed parents and he grew up with like 9 to 5 parents, and the impact on our personalities has been so huge. Like I actually have never really got on with having a manager. In fact,
don't tell me what to do.
No, yeah, I don't go well. Authority doesn't really work. I take constructive criticism really personally.
Me too.
Like my manager used to tell me I was too giggly and too girly and too unauthoritative all the time. Sorry for being like girly.
Sorry for being fun.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So making my own hours, doing what I want online, like suits me to the ground.
It's so interesting because my mum is self-employed and I'm one of 3 and we are all self-employed.
It makes such a difference. It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah. My dad has a regular job, but we don't like him. So maybe that helped. So we all followed my mum.
Also, I feel like self-employed people are very don't ask, don't get. Like they're literally like, I create my own opportunities. If I want something, how do I get it? Whereas my partner's very much like, no, these are my set hours. These are my set limitations. This is all I can do. And so like we're so different. Like he thinks I'm rude a lot of the time because I'm very much like, I'm going to go ask that person for what I want.
Yeah.
And he would never, he sees it as an inconvenience to people and he's like, no, you're being rude.
I'm an entrepreneur, but
like I got to make my own money.
Yeah.
Like,
I got to make this happen. If I want a pair of lovely brown leggings with wearing these, like how am I going to get them?
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
I hear you used to like go up to people at the gym.
Oh yeah, literally. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, I went to, because you do CrossFit as well, right?
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, it's been a minute for me as well.
Yeah, it's been a minute, babes.
But you know how I feel like there's a very specific niche of people that go to CrossFit. Like
CrossFit bros, yeah.
Yeah, but there's also like a lot of older business owners.
Yes.
So like people that just have money and time. And like,
people are at like a 12 o'clock lesson and you're like, I'm so sorry, what do you do?
Yeah, whilst you're also at the 12
you're
o'clock.
also at the gym and you pulled up in a Range Rover. Like, what is the I just want to know.
Literally, why don't any of you have jobs? Yeah. Yes. But those people, I recognise they all had businesses and I was just like, I'm going to go ask them because they were always older men. And I guess like 5-6 years ago, social media wasn't really a thing. So I just would constantly pitch to people and just be like, I think you need social media being ran by me.
That is amazing. That takes such confidence.
It doesn't if you don't really know what's right and wrong. Like, I don't know.
I could never go up to someone at the gym. I would even be scared to be like, okay, sometimes in CrossFit you have to partner up.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, I would actually avoid Saturday classes because you would do a partner. I can't even be like, hey. you want to be my partner?
You're like cringing.
Mate, I want to die. When I was pregnant and I did CrossFit, it was good because I just find like another pregnant person and be like, do you want to just join, you know?
I feel like CrossFit people are kind of people to like touch you while you're pregnant though as well.
I mean, CrossFit. Do you like CrossFit still?
Not anymore. I used to love it, but it's got a bit
too.
culty recently.
Yeah, and I actually feel like a lot of CrossFit gyms are actually taking that word out.
Yeah, I agree. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like CrossFit anymore. It used to be
No.
about movement correctly, but it doesn't feel like that anymore.
It's got a little out of hand.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I did really like it. I actually like that all the movements. I think it does really well for your body. I think it's
Yeah.
really good for your mental health.
If you find the right gym, yeah.
Yes, if you find the right gym. But like the movement wise is good for your health. Like
100%.
lifting. I think women who lift are sick.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
the concept of CrossFit was initially to move as well as you can.
Yeah.
So when like I first started, they would make you like sit down and stand up on boxes and like step up on boxes.
Yeah.
And like it was all about getting really strong in certain positions. Whereas now it's move as fast as you can and rush and get injured really
Yeah.
fast. So like
And then people get hurt.
Exactly.
Do you know what I hate about CrossFit is I don't know if I've ever been to a gym where there wasn't a few, if not all of the instructors, if you were late, they would make you do burpees on the floor for like however many seconds you were late and stuff. And I'm like, I'm too old for this. Like this is back to the manager
I'm a
stuff.
psycho, that makes me
Don't
a little
fucking
weird.
tell me
I
what
like
to do. Like if I'm late and I'm not late on a regular basis and I'm not like 30 minutes late, like it's not dangerous that I haven't done the warm up. If I'm 3 minutes late, don't fucking tell me to lie on the
I'm
floor
an
and start
adult.
doing burpees.
No, I like it. I like that's the one environment that I love
Hate
authority.
that.
That's the I love like army, you piece of shit, do your fucking job.
No.
But I don't like constructive criticism. Like,
But I don't actually want to know that I did the PDF wrong.
you know, literally, like I'll take that to you personally, but like tell me to get on the floor.
Wow, that's so interesting.
I don't know.
Oh, do you think that goes into your relationships and stuff and friendships? Yeah.
Yeah, should we just do therapy? Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So you run now. That's like your main content is like
Yes.
running.
Yeah.
I can't run. How did you start running? Do you think it just
Why can't you
naturally
run?
like you're a runner person? Like, did you find it easy at first?
Do you know what's actually really funny? My dad showed me a newspaper article. Bear in mind, I'm like 4.5 years into running every day.
Yeah.
My dad showed me this newspaper article and he was like, Savannah, I ran from Mombasa to Nairobi when I was your age. He was like, and I was like, so you ran like 400 miles? And like, I'm just like finding that, but I'm also
You're like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, but it's also like, it's in my genetics. Like, not I don't really know, but like, I'm also half Kenyan. So I feel like that has to count for something.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I used to row in school and obviously I was really athletic and I loved it. But the minute they were like, right, go and warm up and run around the track,
No.
I'm like,
But I also think, are you
I
going
can't breathe.
slow enough?
am I walking
Wait,
or
can
am I running?
Can
I don't
actually
even know.
take you? Can you commit on the podcast? I reckon I can make you like running. Actually, shit, you not.
I think I do like a bounce run.
That's fine. Shuffling is good.
Okay.
So I will literally like, there's this guy that teaches running by giving people a tennis ball and they will literally shuffle and bounce and like he's
Oh,
like
I
go as
can't
slow as, but the point is to go
catch it.
slowly, like to
Okay.
just like shuffle, get your breathing under control and chat and do that.
Interesting.
And then I will do it to like a bakery or like a sweet shop or something yummy at the end of it. So
I can do that.
yeah, exactly.
But you know what my problem would be is if I started running, like even before I'm like going on that first run,
Get all
I'd
the
have
stuff.
to get all the gear.
Yeah, but you'd look cool.
I would be that person where I'm like, right, I need one of those, like the thing that looks like a life vest.
The Solomon jacket.
Yeah, with
Active
the
Skin
little
4, yes,
with
I
the
have
little
one.
platypus thing.
Yeah.
I'd need it all. I'd spend like £500 for a 5-minute run, and then I would never do it again.
I have a red and blue one. You can wear the red, I'll wear the blue and we'll go for a run.
Great! Oh my god, we're like I was about to say the American flag, but we also have
It's like
that as our
friendship
Union
bracelets,
Jack.
friendship jackets. Like,
Oh my god. Okay, so you do 10 minutes a day.
yeah.
You commit to that,
Yeah.
but then sometimes do longer.
So the goal was like, so during lockdown, like, my mental health just got fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, and so I just started jogging to the Asda down the road and then eventually realized that
Oh, I could go further than Asda,
Yeah,
to the car park.
pretty much, it started off as like a walk to the Asda to get pick and mix. And then I started jogging.
Love that.
Literally.
That's so British.
Exactly. Yeah, literally. I have such a sweet tooth. I fucking love pick and mix. Yeah. And then I ended up jogging a little bit further. And then I signed up to a marathon. And then what I would do is, obviously over the span of like a year, I realized that I'd naturally been running every day and my endurance had got so much better. And I was also running to like croissants. Like I was getting a little something yummy, something yummy at the end. And now I'm like 4.5 years in.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So like yesterday was like a 30K run, but today was like 2K. So like it
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing.
But because the 2K gets me out
Did
on the
you
rest
run
day.
already today?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I see. The thing is, it's like if I ran in the morning, I'd be like, oh my god, my day is just done.
No, but you see, but I'm sat here and I just feel so much better than you.
That's probably true.
It's worth.
Gets the endorphins going. I have ordered a spin bike. Yeah,
Wait,
I've got a
that's
spin
so
bike.
good.
By the time it comes out, we already have it. I love spinning. I think I like and I can breathe during spinning.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
cannot breathe when I'm running. It's that
Would you not just go for a walk? Do you have time to go for a walk?
I walk the dog. I
Yeah,
go
it's
into the
fine.
woods. But obviously I've got kids, so I'm always with my head turned.
You little shit scarer.
Yeah, come on. And I'm like, look, there's a puddle up here. That's like my running, or like a little shuffle.
Your
to
kids are
be
so
like,
much exercise.
yeah, we do try and in the woods, we do things like we find activities. So I can get my kids to walk for like 2 to almost 3 miles.
I think I said 2 to 3 minutes.
No, 2 to
Wow.
3 miles. But I have to give them a game while we're doing it.
Oh, exercise is fully gaslighting.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I'm like, how many sticks can we find? I bet there's a really cool stick up there. Like,
Who can be
that's
the
how I get
quietest
them
for
going.
the longest?
Yeah. Oh, I wish that one worked.
I
I
know,
wish that one worked. So your content online, you started because it was like normal content, you felt like. But
Yeah.
normal for some reason online is quite like radical. Is that why you think yours worked? Because it's a strange thing that we essentially
Yeah.
watch people going for a run.
It is so weird. Yeah.
Like, I literally make cereal.
Yeah. And you know, it's weird now that I'm an influencer that I get like gifted more stuff and I'm in a more comfortable position than when I started.
Yes.
And I try and strip it back and just be the most bare version of a runner because I feel like that's what people are. Like, it is literally like, I think the reason it worked well initially is because I didn't care about the way my body looked. Like, it wasn't about that at all. I didn't show any bodily changes and I was eating really yummy food and I was just being human and I was showing the difference of how anxious I felt before versus after. And it was just really normal and human. It wasn't about looking nice in any way. And I think people connected with it. So now I'm in a position where like I got offered an ambassadorship for a really cool sports brand like a couple of years ago. And I had to really think about whether or not it's authentic for me because in my mind, people aren't going to have like those brand new outfits on every single run. And I was like, I think that's actually as much as like it was so hard to turn that money down. I was like, I actually don't think the new season outfit for every run is going to serve my content and like my connection with my audience too well. Like, I actually do just wear trackies and a baggy jumper when I go for a jog. Like, I don't look nice. Sometimes I will go to sleep in my sports bra because it's the only thing that means I will actually get up and go for a jog. Like,
interesting.
Yeah, like,
she's already prepared night before.
Well, it's just like, yeah, literally, like, it's
like that
to look
TikTok
nice.
when it's like when you're waking up early for Disney. And
Yeah,
they, like,
you're
pull
already
their
ready.
duvet down and they've already got
Yeah.
their Disney gear on. That's
but like,
you.
actually, no, that I have been known to do that. Yeah, at Disney. But yeah, the point is just to like be human.
Yeah,
which I think
100%.
people
I
are
think
used
that's kind of how content has moved from COVID.
Yeah.
And I think that was the introduction with TikTok as well. We kind of said that before, the difference between the two platforms. I personally, and I think it kind of gave me a bit of a head start, was I had TikTok kind of before because I was in America.
Oh.
And I feel like TikTok wasn't, especially in my community, like the motherhood, family, creator space. Like, it was more like TikTok stars, like that kind of like dancing thing. And then I was already coming in bringing like
Something
morning
else.
routines and stuff.
Fine, that's
So
so
I-
good.
yeah. So then when I came to England, it was like, oh, okay, let's do that as well. And then I think it helped.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like the thing of dancing on TikTok, I find so difficult. You like if you're not into that, you do just have to have like a strong personality.
I can't dance.
Yeah, I
so
can't
it's
dance at
not
all.
for me.
But it does really
Do you
help
do
if you can.
trends?
Not dancing ones.
No,
not really.
No, not for me.
Yeah.
No, I did a trend with my friend the other day. She smashed an egg into my head. So like, that's the kind of things I do.
Such good content.
Yeah, such good content. You have said that you're the breadwinner in your family. How do you prioritize like your career over, you know, your routines and your family and things like that? And like, how do you prioritize that over?
It is actually really hard.
Yeah.
It is because like you were saying earlier, like I want my partner to have a career and like something that he enjoys and a reason that he gets up every day and feels like he has purpose. But like our lives very much moving towards I could do with his support a lot more and we would potentially make more money if he worked for me or with me. I spent the last couple months because me and my partner just got engaged.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to show off a little bit more because we don't live together. So I've been I spent the last month and a half at his home with our little one so that we get our little one used to the concept of us being engaged. And it's meant that my content has been very much on the back burner because I've been trying to be
Present.
Like, yeah. And it just hasn't worked. Like it's meant that like my job just hasn't done what I've wanted it to. And I've been struggling a bit with that mentally. So I think it's going to be really difficult to find a balance.
Yeah.
But ultimately my job's the one that we prefer as a couple. It can provide more lucrative opportunities for us as a family.
Because you went away, did he go with you? You went on a trip when you were running and things like that? Like you could do more opportunities
Like
going
that.
and doing things like that and traveling the world. And I think a lot of husbands and partners are actually at home that we don't see.
Yeah.
It actually, like my husband, it would be so much easier if he was
Works for you.
worked for me.
Yeah.
And supported me. But it's kind of like them having the thing.
Yeah, but I also think my partner would like to work for me, but it's more the judgment from other people he gets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
From his family or like friends or just like society as a whole?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird concept. Like people find it really difficult to understand that I don't live with them. But I always come back with, if I was a man and I went to work in London, you would be fine with it. It would be an understandable concept. So why is it so strange that I go to London to work? But people find it very difficult to comprehend. Yeah.
It's a lot on a woman. I went to Paris last year and it was like, oh, who's got your kids? And I'm like, if I was a man, you would never ask me that.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even just men saying it. Unfortunately, women do it as well. But I think that's kind of been fed into us over time that we naturally just say these things and maybe we don't mean it. And it's kind of like, you catch yourself even doing it yourself and you're just like, why would I ask that person that?
Yeah,
because that's ick. I would never ask a man that.
Yeah. You don't mean to, they do. Yeah. I know people don't mean to, but it's very annoying.
It is very annoying.
Yeah.
What is your fitness background? Have you always run?
No, on like literally just the length of the run streak.
What did you do in like school?
Very unsporty.
Really?
Was like very not into it. I've always been someone that liked to like get outside and go for a walk.
Yeah.
But I went to a sportier school, but I feel like I have to fight my genetics to be okay at this. Like, was not sporty at all.
Really?
Yeah,
Like handball, like that was difficult.
terrible. Yeah, like all of the above. But like, I like being outside generally. I like going for hikes and walks. And then honestly, lockdown just started, and I was like, fuck it, I might just go for a walk. And then it became a jog, and I think the comfortable consistency of doing it every day for 4 years, for a minimum of 10 minutes a day. I just think that just compounds.
Yeah.
Because
you're in your 30s like me, and I do think that school has actually changed a lot when it looks at structured sports. 100%. And I think in such a positive way. My daughter does like forest school and stuff, like things like that, where they're like out walking in the woods and they're going on a little trail and like doing more things like that. And that's so much more common now than back when we were in school. And it was like games, PE, you're doing this. There was no like, let's just learn how to like jump and like catch a ball. Like no one taught me any of that stuff.
No, and it felt like that was more for boys as well. Like,
yeah. Whereas like now girls do rugby and now girls are doing football. My daughter does rugby and football and cricket.
Really?
Yeah.
No way, that's so good.
Yeah.
But also, we didn't have sports bras in the same way. So like when I was
So
like 12,
true.
I had like D boobs. So like I had a breast reduction like a few years ago.
Oh my God, did
But,
you?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just looked at your
Yeah,
boobs.
no, you're welcome. I'll show you later. That's fine. But yes, I was at school with that massive.
Oh my God, you must have felt so like and self-conscious.
Oh, awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I just couldn't do sport because I think I had like a 28. When I got the reduction, I was like a 28G.
Wow, and you're so petite.
It was really uncomfortable. My back really hurt when I was younger. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I just couldn't
gosh.
do sport.
And is running like now, it's like night and day.
Well, I've had the breast reduction, and as I gain and lose weight, as I fluctuate, I definitely do. It does go to my breast where like I think my body just wants to hold weight there. But it's part of the reason I like to run so much because it keeps them a manageable size, because it keeps like my weight at a level where I'm just comfortable moving so much. So it is also like a boob management tool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know.
Wow. Did it like hurt? Like how was your recovery on it?
Do you know what? I got home from the hospital. My mum made me go on a 2-hour walk that day. She was my mum's very much like which is probably why the run streak works so well.
Yeah,
because like I've never really been someone that has ever been allowed to be unwell. Like
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
like I've never had that. So my mum was like, "We're going on a walk. You're fine."
Interesting.
That first day, I think I was back in the gym.
Did you
like
have
3
like
weeks.
the drains and stuff? Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Because a breast reduction is quite the surgery compared to like implants. They can do them very keyhole these
they
days.
take off your nipples and they have the
and like
anchor scar.
proper, like a T almost, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I know.
But I suppose for your quality of life, and only as you get older, you know, your back's going to struggle anyway.
honestly, it
Good for
changed
you.
my life. Yeah, and then also because I got it done, I then moved to Spain for 2 years, like that year, and I don't think I'd have done that without
Because it
getting a
gave you
breast reduction.
confidence.
Also, like people just stare at you when you have massive boobs, and it's not your fault, and like they think you're sexualizing yourself. And I don't think I'd have been able to move to Spain in the same way if I hadn't
Just
had
from
it
like
done.
clothing and stuff.
Yeah, because everyone just thinks you're getting them out all the time when you're just existing. Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So glad that I got it done.
wow. Well, congratulations on your new titties.
Thank you. They're
They
so
look
young
great.
and tight.
Sort of back to running. A lot of women I know are really nervous taking up running because it's an outside sport. Do you ever get nervous like running outside?
Oh my God, so much. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like, I'm like, okay, have you... I actually have a reference to Friends later on as well, and I'm just about to do another one. I feel like we are of the age where a lot of things do go back to Friends. When Phoebe runs,
Yeah,
that would be me.
Yeah, but so what? Who gives a fuck?
And then Rachel gets really embarrassed, and then Rachel's actually like, well, actually, Phoebe's like living her life. And then runs like that. That would make me scared that people look at me, but I would also be scared of like being alone with headphones on
Yeah.
and like people around me. Does
Yeah.
that ever make you nervous? Like,
Yeah.
are you conscious of, is the sun up, is the sun down?
I prefer to run first thing in the morning for that reason.
Yeah.
I don't love being perceived, but at the same time, like I wear such baggy, I pretty much wear like men's baggy clothing. Like I try and be as conspicuous as possible. Also, I do jog so much slower than you would think. So like I do just look like I'm shuffling. Like, and also if someone judges you, fuck them. Like,
Yeah.
I literally don't give a fuck. Like,
But you're not worried about your safety ever?
oh yeah, and I do carry a rape whistle.
Do you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's like a thing on Strava where it sends a message when you start and finish your runs. So like someone always knows where I am. I do also
that's
post on
fantastic.
social media. Like so like I do take as many safety precautions as possible. When I stay at a hotel, I'll ask the concierge to call me an hour in, like
To make sure you're back from your run.
just check if I'm safe, if I'm in a different country. Which I told my friends and they were shocked that I would ask that. Like, but I think that's
Oh my
such a good
gosh.
concept
Yeah.
to do when you're on your own running in a strange country. Like I'm going to India in May, I'll definitely be doing that. Like, but yeah, I just try and do everything I can to make it as comfortable as possible. To be
Are you
honest.
going to India to run?
I'm going to hopefully find some wedding outfits.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
and
also
then
run.
running's a bonus.
Yeah,
I
for
love
sure.
that.
I know.
Oh, wow. Speaking of engagement, like you recently got engaged.
Yeah.
Your ring is so nice.
Thank you.
It's different.
I know.
Which is great.
My boyfriend was like, "It's
Did you tell him?
He said he designed it,
No.
but then he also pulled up a ring of like Napoleon's engagement ring, and he was like, "It's based on this," and I was like, "Men's Roman empires was so fucking weird." I was like,
I loved that trend on
the Roman
on
Empire.
TikTok. It was so good. Hearing what's going through people's minds, because most of the time for me, I'm either singing a song or I'm like, right, what's for dinner? Men,
You're never thinking about Napoleon.
like, what are you thinking about? My husband would start talking about like how roads were engineered and like all these things as he's driving, and I'm like, aren't you singing a song?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
No, focus.
focus.
But
Pony club in your head, surely.
but also like, why wouldn't he have like dipped into like my culture in some way? Why?
Oh, right,
why
yes.
Napoleon? Like,
yeah,
I'm so
it's
lost.
gorgeous. So you've got anyone who's not sort of like looking. She's got two. Are they what do they call those? Pairs?
It's a trois et moi ring. Moi et
Wow,
trois
I
ring.
love
So it's supposed to
that.
signify like me and you.
Oh, that's
And then
lovely.
like he said like I'm the little one with like the diamonds, like the pretty one, and he's like the big. That's his birthstone as well.
That's his birthstone. Oh my God, that's
yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
And then will you slot a wedding ring on top?
Yeah. I definitely want like a little diamond band for like each kid we have as well. So I'm like, you owe me one for the one you've
For
already
the one
had.
you've already bought me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that.
I know.
Oh, wow. It's beautiful. How did you get engaged?
Oh my God, it's such a long-winded story.
No, do it.
Okay, so he'd made me an advent calendar this year. I've been
so
bitching at
cute.
him all year about like influencer couples and like how much boyfriends like do for their girlfriends and like you never
but
do
it's a
anything
lie.
special for me. Yeah, I know, but you know you see it online, and then like. And we just had like a tumultuous year. So like I've been like, you need to do something nice for me.
Give me something romantic.
Yeah, that I can post on the internet and make everyone else feel shit about themselves. No, I didn't say yeah. So he made me an advent calendar. He bought like a paper advent calendar and he filled it with like presents for every day. And some of them were love notes, like little cute things. Some of them were little chocolates. And then it got to some of them like hand warmers. And I was like, yay.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So thoughtful.
Were they electric or were they ones you have to pop?
The little pound ones that you pop from like Tesco's, which no, it was very cute. And then my birthday's on the 14th of December. On the 7th of December, I opened it and it's like a voucher to get my nails done. And I was like, okay, it must be like for my birthday. So I went and get green nails. On the 9th of December, it's like tomorrow morning we have a flight to go to Geneva. So then I'm like, oh my God, he's going to take me there for my birthday. Because my birthday's like a few days later. We get to Geneva and then he takes me to a castle and proposes there. And I'm literally just like, I have green fucking nails. You can't like, I had no idea this was coming.
It's giving alphabet.
Yeah, no,
I want to be giving Galinda.
That is why I got literally, yeah. She also DM'd me, which I can show you later. Like, I have a DM from Cynthia. I know.
No.
I know.
Oh my God, what did she say?
She said I have those trainers, about like some running trainers I was wearing. She's like replied to my story, and I'm like,
my whole life would be complete.
She follows me.
No.
She follows me. I know.
Keep it cool.
I know.
I would die.
Everyone sitcoms.
Oh my God. Did you screenshot and just send it to everyone?
Oh, obviously posted to my Instagram story.
Everyone.
Yeah. I actually hid the message that she sent though to give her some privacy.
I have Michael Barrymore who follows me on TikTok.
Stop it. Yeah. His TikTok is so
good.
So good.
So good. What a man to turn his career around. Like, unbelievable. Someone said to me the other day, like, are you ever going to go back in TV? He's like, why would I do that?
He's thriving. Yeah, he doesn't need to.
He goes down, he gets himself a chippy, he's chatting to everyone.
I think
wearing his meta glasses.
In like Notting Hill. All of his content's in Notting Hill. I'd be
I think it's
looking for
acting.
him. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
He just goes for like meals all around Notting Hill, and I'm like,
he's the
looking
sweetest
for him.
man.
Like, oh.
Yeah. But back to Cynthia.
Sorry,
That's amazing. Unreal.
I know. Yeah.
You win.
Yeah. I know. I'm
You
so
win.
happy, and I got engaged with Cynthia Nails. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She always has wonderful nails. Like, she has like
insanely
proper, like, artistic, like, crazy, amazing.
They're beautiful.
Yeah. Yours are really nice.
Thank you. I just got them redone. I'm trying out new nails for the Tokyo Marathon. Now I'm doing Tokyo Marathon.
Doing the Tokyo.
Yeah, which
When's
I would have
that?
done. That is it at the end of February.
Okay,
yeah.
so you would have just done it now.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes, thank you.
Well done for finishing.
If I survive,
Yes,
I'm alive.
It's already happened. You've already done it. Oh my gosh, what will the weather be like? And it'll be cold.
I actually have no idea. I never look at running routes and weather. I just because I feel like I panic if I do that. I just get there and figure it out on the day.
Is there a marathon that you haven't done yet that you would love to do?
I was going to say there's hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, I know. As I said, I'm like, there's a few, I think. It's all the same length. They're all just like different routes. So like some are known to be really difficult, like the Boston Marathon.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
I know it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Because of the hills.
Yeah. She's a runner, and literally you're one of us.
You've done the London, I'm assuming?
I've done London.
Okay.
I qualified for Boston this year, which I'm really happy about.
That's after summer. It's in winter.
I think so. I actually might not do it though, because hot take, marathons aren't that fun.
Yeah, mate. I'm sure.
Yeah, I did Sydney a few months ago, and I wasn't expecting to qualify, but I ended up running it and with like no pressure on myself, and ended up getting being able to qualify for Boston, which I didn't anticipate in the slightest. And now I'm just like, I don't really want to do it.
Now, do you get to go closer to the front because you're more of a runner?
Why have you seen those TikToks where like people are upset because the influencers
No,
are
I'm
on
just
the start
genuinely
line?
curious.
So
I have seen TikToks where people didn't run the marathon.
Where they're running the marathon?
No, they didn't run it.
Oh.
And they pretended that they run it.
For the content.
And then it all got debunked for the content.
No way.
And people are like, how do you still look like that? And look like, yeah.
That is smart content if whatever goes viral.
Yeah.
There's some discourse online because brands are basically putting influencers on the start line.
Wow.
Ahead of athletes.
I was about to say, I thought athletes
so
at the front.
A lot of brands are putting
So
us in front of them because ultimately influencers get more views on their content than athletes are, which is sad. Like, it's a sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm not upset at those influencers. Like, if they're being paid to be there by brands and they're like, it's their jobs, and they're bringing eyes to certain products and brands, that I'm like, it's such a hard.
Do people get paid to do marathons?
Yeah.
Wow.
Influencers in a lot of cases are more than athletes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, because they get more eyes on their
like
content.
insanely. It's not bad. It's just
it's
mad.
creating a lot of discussion online. People
so you're running for the brand.
In some cases, yes.
And what kind of brands? Like, are we talking?
I mean,
obviously, not say the
at
actual
the
brands,
moment. There's
but
so many. Like,
wow. So not just like clothing brands.
Oh, loads, yeah. But pretty much anything you can think of. Banks, clothing brands, makeup brands, yeah. Because there's a way to wrap a brand deal into anything.
Oh my God, imagine just being like, this is a waterproof mascara, let me prove it to you.
That is literally a brand deal that I've been offered.
No.
Yeah, literally. So I think there's like Maybelline's Infallible Lip. This is basically an ad. They do so much work with content creators because their lip stains just don't come off. So they get you to wear like a red lip on the start line and then show it at the end. And that's basically the brand deal. Yeah.
Wow, do you know what? Because I'm such, again, I make cereal for my kids in the morning. I work with a lot of like home brands. So it never occurred to me that would be a thing.
Yeah.
That's really fascinating.
Yeah. Also, because girls want to look pretty when they're running the marathon. So like,
yeah. And so if your partner came and worked for you, he would be able to support you essentially going around the world and doing things like that. And
mate, so I kind of at the stalemate where like, I actually can't really film content if I'm being watched.
Interesting.
So that's part of the reason that I live on my own.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know how people like go into coffee shops. There's this one lovely girl and she goes into coffee shops and she like starts singing.
Sorry, what?
She starts singing. And I'm like, could never be me. And I'm really happy for her. But I struggle even like sometimes if I'm YouTube blogging, I'm not walking through Waterloo and I'll have my like DJI in my hand. And I'm like, oh gosh, I've got to find Waterloo. And I'm like, oh God, I look like, it's weird, isn't it?
It's so overstimulating.
Social media is such a like, a shy person's game.
100%.
And then I think people struggle with when they meet you. They're like, oh my God, you're not what I expected. It's like, because I'm alone in my living room with my phone.
Oh my God, I say that all the time. Like, I am such an introvert. I save all my energy for my phone. And then in the wild, I'm like,
I can't do this.
yeah, literally. But also I built my niche on, so I run to get a croissant. Like that's like my whole niche.
I love that.
So like when I'm in a coffee shop now, like when I first started, it was great. Like, no, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't doing well on the internet. I was doing it because I loved it. And then when it started to grow, like people would recognize me. I'd be like,
oh no, yeah, because they know where you're going for your croissant.
but it's so embarrassing. You're filming yourself eating in public.
Yeah. When you've got your phone propped up.
Yeah, you feel like such a narcissist.
And
like,
I think there's like, people do that like influencer in the wild and then they'll video you. And that's my biggest fear is one day going online and seeing me
yourself.
being like tagged in something and it's me videoing myself.
And also because you know from the side, you're like filming like this.
Yeah. God, that would actually make me.
I'm going to do that to you.
Okay, so you obviously have just got engaged. We touched on it, but your partner has a child already, and he's not like a baby. He's older.
He's about to turn 11 in a week, 2 weeks. We're going to surprise him with a trip to Tokyo.
Oh my God.
I know.
So he's going to come with you for the marathon?
Yeah.
So you've already done it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know.
He had a great time?
Yes. And I've won the marathon.
What? Of course you did, athlete. That's amazing. How do you think going into a relationship with a person who already has a child changed that initial dynamic of like dating?
Holy shit. I could never have imagined. Yeah. If anything, when I first started dating Steve, him having a child was, I didn't think it was going to be serious. I was like, it's fine. He has a child. I don't want to have a child. It's fine. Like, I'll just date him and have a great time. He's beautiful. This is amazing. I'll keep him at arm's length. And then lockdown happened and I was like, fuck, I love this man. I need to move in with him and become a stepmother right away.
Did you lock down together?
Well, yeah. So we then just moved in and I just became a step parent straight away.
Wow.
And then
after how long? Like how long?
A few months. And then I basically was like, we did that for a year. And then I was like, Steve, I've become a step parent and a mum without like being a girlfriend or like finding out who I am. And it was also my first time moving away from my family. So I was like, I need to go figure out who I want to be. So I've lived in London ever since.
I know. I think that's so wildly amazing. I love the fact that you lived together and then you prioritized yourself and you moved out.
It's such a controversial topic online.
It's really,
yeah.
When I saw a clip of you talking about it, I was like, good for her, because not many times in a woman's life, I think you either meet someone you're in early 20s, for example, and you're like, this is it. Because it's like puppy love. And it's like, not saying that puppy love can't then grow into a very mature love. Yeah. But you are sort of thrown into it very young.
And then you're there.
Yeah, and then you're there.
Yeah.
You met him, how old were you when you met him? Mid-20s at
24.
this point? Yeah. So you prioritized yourself. That's so mature. And I don't think many people would do that. And I don't think many partners would also accept that person moving out. They would just be like, well, we've broken up then.
I agree. Honestly, it was so difficult. And when I did it, that was very much his thought process. Like, he struggled so much with it and thought we had broken up. And I had to really curate. I had to like build a lot of date nights and a home situation and just make sure he didn't feel like I was leaving him behind. Like, it was really difficult initially though. And you'd be so interested by this. I get so many DMs on the daily from women being like, I love my partner, but I like hate mothering him and I hate living with him and I give him so much of myself and I really want to do what you've done and prioritize myself, but I don't want to break up with him and I'm scared that that's how he's going to perceive it. Like, can you give me the language to do what you did?
Wow.
And ultimately, so much of the success of what I've done is actually due to Steve loving me enough that he's accepted and wanted to give me the space.
Yeah.
Because I actually didn't communicate it very well. Like
Okay.
I actually probably did come off like I was trying to break up with him. Like it didn't come off, like I tried my best, but it would have been really difficult.
I think you probably did better than you think. If you, like you said, you prioritized date nights and things like that.
But there was
You
also a
didn't just
child in
ghost
the
him.
mix. So like it was just so complicated at the time.
And obviously you would have been living partially with that child as well. So it's like almost leaving that's a lot.
It felt very selfish to do, and I don't know, it was really difficult. But I get so many DMs from women wanting to do the same, just not wanting to live with their partners anymore, that even though they love them.
Yeah. I think moving in with someone, I actually never lived with my husband before we got married.
Really? Oh my God, that's incredible.
Because we met when we lived in the UAE. So he was in Abu Dhabi, I was in Dubai. And then we never had that like living together and then be like, let's get married. It was like, okay, I need a visa. Let's go and get married. Do you need medical insurance? Because I'm pregnant.
Oh my God, the romance.
I was 20 weeks, I was so romantic. I was 20 weeks pregnant. I got married in like a registry office, but not like we have here in the UK where it's like, it looks like a beautiful building. Literally people like ball caps on registering their cars next to me.
Wait, that makes me feel so good as someone that was so stressed about the concept of marriage. That is my vibe. I love that. The ball caps.
I think for us, we were always like, oh, we'll just do like, we'll have a wedding later. I wore like a white summer dress, like, and Carl's friend brought me a little bouquet of flowers. Like that was so nice of her to do. I wouldn't spend the money now. I would struggle taking that money away from my children. Because I'm such a bitch. Like I would end up I'd have the most expensive wedding. Like I would have to be in like, I'm like, oh my God, do you remember everyone on the TV used to have Vera Wang dresses? Like if you watched a rom-com, they're in Vera Wang. I would have to buy.
She would dress you. Yeah.
Could you imagine my whole wedding being gifted? That would be like the most arsehole influencer thing to do.
Are you kidding? The amount of influencers I know that...
I know, I bet they do.
I like... No, but I
couldn't handle it.
I rate it so much. The amount of weddings I've been to, and then like an influencer will stand up and be like, cheers to Google Pixel for the drinks.
No.
Like, I will be doing that. I have no shame. Like, I don't care. Are you kidding? Like, I get thousands of pounds back and I just have to post a picture. Yes, I will be doing that.
Wow.
A job is a job. I have no shame.
None of my friends have got married while I've been an influencer.
Yeah, it's good. That will be rogue. Yeah.
I've never been to an influencer's wedding.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding? Like, just cheersing a brand and being like, thank you for these. Like, I will do that.
Wow. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Can I come to your wedding?
100%. Yeah. I have no shame. Like, plus I also think like people are so quick to judge influencers, but you'd never judge another job. You'd never like, I don't know what role to name, but you'd never be like,
yeah,
I judge the way you earn money.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so like, I think people really can be 50-50 on it, but the people who are passionate about that get really angry.
Yeah.
Like I got taken to Disney. I work a lot with Disney and they took me to Florida and it was amazing. And people were like, I can't believe they're giving that to you. And I was a bit like, I cried the whole time I was there, not from being upset that I was there. Like I was just so grateful to have it and that my children got to experience it.
Well, it's a dream.
And a lot of people were like, but would you say no? Like if Disney said to you, do you want to go to Disney? You're not going to be like, no, sorry.
That is
go.
Fucking so, yeah. And you're also like, aren't people happy to see like a woman doing well and thriving? Like, why does it?
It's the most saturated female career, but they are torn down the most. It's sad. Like the biggest TikTokers and social media people are men. Yeah. Actually, I think the biggest YouTube is like an Indian production company, I think. Yeah, like a Bollywood thing. And then obviously it's like Mr. Beast and things like that. And it's always men, but there's so many women.
Yeah.
But women seem to only get to sort of like a level.
And then they get
destroyed.
And then have you noticed as well, like, the thing I find really difficult at the moment is like there are a lot of women, female influencers online that will make content about negative content about female influencers online. I'm like, we're on the same side. Like, I get it. Like, there's so many people that I meet day to day that I don't love. Like, that I'm probably going to butt heads with. But like, can't we just support each other? Like,
I also think that if someone makes a mean video about someone and say I fell out with a friend or I saw another influencer that I'm jealous of, if you then make a video about that, even if you take it down, it's still out there.
Yeah.
Brands won't work with you because if you are doing that to try and get views, and sure, you probably gain like 20,000 followers, but brands aren't going to work with you because you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Like ultimately, even if that video is deleted, it will still come up time and time. Do you remember when you did this about this person? It's really hard to get past that because one thing viewers remember is everything.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But also next time you're in that situation, like, I know it sucks when your DMs are a horrible place, but at least you're relevant enough to have that conversation being had about you. Like, you're there and you're relevant. And
yeah,
so
I
tough,
really
though.
struggle with that.
Yeah.
I actually recently went away with Amber and she was very like...
she's good at dealing with it.
She's really good at that.
Yeah.
And I really struggle with like, oh my God, because we went to Paris together. I was like, oh my God, I'm in Paris. I feel like... She's like, why'd you feel bad?
Yeah.
Like, you worked really hard.
Yeah.
Like... was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
But like I struggle with that. I think that's something, and I know like younger content creators I think do really well with it, and I think it's just like for them they work really hard. I think for me I struggle because I had very like generic normal jobs before, and I'm like, but those people work really hard as well, and then I juggle with like where my placement is and things.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is, but I always remind myself, if you feel guilt for your privilege, then you're wasting it. Like, it's disrespectful to not enjoy it. Like, it is a privilege, and I think acknowledging that is a good thing, but like, don't waste it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like, it just gave me goosebumps.
Do you think you'll start posting more? Like, I know you post about going on runs with your stepson. How do you refer to him? I don't want to. Your son?
I actually don't know. I actually find a hard time using the word stepson and step parent online because I don't really know, and people get really upset. Like, people are like, you're not a step parent, you're not a parent, and I'm like, okay, like I really don't know how to.
But why would you not be a step parent? Because you're not married? Because
I don't live with them, but I don't.
Oh, interesting.
Don't know that setup's going to change yet, and I've been in his life for 8 years. And
I was going to say, it's not like it's been 6 months.
Yeah,
8 years is you are his step parent.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure does he look at you in a parental way?
Yeah,
for advice and
that's what he would call me as well. But yeah, I think people it's a weird spot, the internet, isn't it? Like, but yeah,
it's projection, and it's a really. I think as well. I can imagine. Obviously, I'm not in that position, but I can imagine if someone's maybe struggling themselves in their dynamic of their blended family, to project perhaps onto you because yours is working, and that can be it's hard to watch people succeed when perhaps you're struggling.
But it's working right now. It might not work forever. I'm like, just be happy for me right now.
Yeah.
But I would like to post more about that over running, I think.
So now that you're engaged, do you think you'll move back into the... Interesting.
No, not yet. Not yet. So we have this is the thing, like, me and Steve were talking about this the other day. I'm really happy that we're the kind of people that...
And that's what, by the way...
I'm really happy. Yeah. But we're also... Yeah. Mic drop. We're like Cynthia and Ariana, just like... We're the kind of people that don't really feel the need to... Like, okay, you know how sometimes you have friends that are constantly striving for like the bigger house, the bigger dog, the nicer thing? I'm like actually happier being in like the slightly shitter flat, like not having the newest thing. Like I don't constantly feel the need to strive. I'm actually quite happy being where I am. And I feel like people are always like, are you going to get married? Are you going to live together? Are you going to do this? And I'm like, I actually don't feel the need to have a plan for that or to strive for that yet. Because actually our setup right now is really good and we're really happy. There will be a goal to live together because we would like to get pregnant. We would like to have more kids. But ultimately it's working really well as we are right now. We're really happy. We have the perfect setup. Like three days of the week I'm a parent, 3 days of the week I have great sex and date nights, and then I can prioritize my business and I can do all of the above. I'm like, there's no real reason to change the setup.
Yeah, if it's working right now.
Yeah.
And when are you planning to get pregnant? 27?
No,
married.
Oh,
gosh. When is your period? When are you going to ovulate?
In 12 days. I actually checked this morning in 12 days. When are we planning to get married? I actually
Next year?
No, I don't know about married, but just got gifted a venue for an engagement party.
Wait, what? No.
Are you fucking kidding?
I need to start asking for more stuff.
Yes, you do.
No, I never ask for stuff.
Yes,
I just feel so embarrassed.
The deliverables are quite high, but I will take that.
Mate, you could hire someone to do your social.
I'm going to be doing that.
With a phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm proud of my job. Yeah, 100%. It's in Notting Hill as well. I'm quite excited.
Wow. Oh my God, maybe Michael Barrymore will come.
Oh, can you imagine? Oh my God. He makes content at my wedding.
Wow.
But engagement party hopefully in the next few months.
Wow.
Hopefully. But then I was also saying to Steve, my partner, the other day, that like I would never, ever, 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 ever have a birthday party in a million years. So I'm also a little bit uncomfortable with the concept of having an engagement party. Yeah.
Could you get someone else to plan it? Is it the planning?
Can you do that for engagement party?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah. Anyone want to gift me
like an event planner?
I didn't know you could. Yeah, that's such a good point. Yeah, because I was actually stressing about like the structure of the party.
And like the flow of the party.
Yeah, and like who says what when.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Maybe if there's someone out there that wants some exposure.
Yeah, let me know if you want to add gift and your tag. Please.
Oh my God, that's great. Do you think being a step parent has shaped your view on wanting to become a parent yourself and like when to have that child, to wait for a certain time or anything like that?
God. Before I met Steve, I was very much a like, want to get pregnant at 26, be married, like all of this. And then met Steve, became a step parent, realized what having children actually is, like how
Yeah.
difficult it is, and like what do you mean it isn't just buying matching outfits and being cute
Yeah, it's
together.
not. No.
Like, yeah, and it's made me a lot more realistic, 100%. And now I'm like, I want to get pregnant. In an ideal world, I'd love to get pregnant between like 36 and 40. Like,
Love that.
I'd love to push it back. But
And you're
that's
30 now.
32 now.
32 now.
But I used to have this goal of getting pregnant before I was 30, and now like you meet real women in the wild and they're not rushing. I feel like online you feel like everyone's doing things so much younger than they are, and then you meet real people in the streets and like everyone's
I think
trying to
London as
save
well is
work.
very particular on having children much later.
Yeah.
It's very similar to like New York, you know, people just have children later. I think maybe out in the suburbs people do have kids younger.
Yeah.
I think the drive for ambition and career and
In London's
sort of
different.
self-worth almost is like, not that you don't get that from children, but it is, you would be lying if like 90% of women as mothers don't lose a lot of like self-respect and themselves in motherhood. There are anomalies, because I know there'll be people like, I never felt like that, but like most people do.
Well, as a step parent, I really struggled with that. That's part of the reason I moved out. Like I felt like I lost myself completely.
Because you would have gone into the relationship when he was a toddler.
Well, I was 24, I'd lost my job, and I was putting all my income into like feeding a man and his child that I just met, like two strangers that I just met, like kind of thing. And I felt like I completely lost myself.
3 or 4? Three. Yeah. God, and that's a hard stage as well. That's like such a development.
Screaming, like,
the screaming. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And did that for a year. And like, obviously you love a child. They're like beautiful, ugly, cruel, annoying things. But like,
yeah. They
like,
have their benefits.
Yeah. Like he was like, obviously I love this little boy, but I stopped like figuring out how to like love myself. And I was 24, and now you meet women in Gales, Oxford Street, and they're just like going to work, trying to earn money, trying to figure out how to put themselves first, putting their careers first. And you're like, oh, it's 24, 25-year-olds aren't supposed to have it figured out. Like,
no,
you have time.
You have so much time.
Yeah, but online you feel like you have to have it done before 30, right?
Yeah, I had, do you feel old online?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm 36.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm always the oldest mum in my mum group.
No way.
One of my closest friends, like my Amber, is Maisie, and she's 23.
No way. Yeah, all of my best mates are like 26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always like 10 years older.
It's the hardest when you go on brand trips.
I don't get invited on many, but yeah.
I've been invited to like one of my first ones in like Marrakesh in a few months' time, and it's with a jewelry brand, and everyone else on that trip is 19. And I'm like, do I go on this trip? Is that weird? Am I a cougar? I don't know.
I would go if I was in your position where I was like free and more free.
It's not so weird though.
I'm not sure I would leave my family, my 3 kids.
Oh yeah.
Not that you don't have a family, sorry, that came out wrong. But
No,
like,
I
I'm
agree.
not sure I'd leave my 3 kids at home to go and out with 19-year-olds.
Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying. Also, I like get up and I like shave my chin stubble and go for a jog. I'm like, it's just gonna feel so like, I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry guys, don't look.
Yeah, like, I just don't know if like I need a glass of wine in the evening to like chill.
Yeah, no one
I'm
drinks
like,
these days.
Oh, I feel so guilty. Like,
Yeah,
do you know
no
what
one
else I
drinks
feel
these
so
days.
guilty for doing? I fucking love TV. Like I feel like no one admits to watching TV. I fucking
love
love
TV.
watching
Yeah.
TV. But everyone's so like.
Did you watch The Hunting
self-help.
Wives?
No. Wait, really good? Would you recommend?
Yeah.
I've heard
it's
good
like
things.
smart.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's Heated Rivalry as well, which is 2 men smut.
Okay, I
Very
watched
good.
Tell Me Lies. I finished that last night.
Oh.
Honestly, big recommend. It's so fucked up.
What's another good one I watched last year? It was All Her Fault. And it's got the redhead actress from Succession in.
Oh,
really
fine.
good.
I've seen that. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
really good.
Okay, I'll watch it. Okay, fine.
I'll let you know some
Yeah,
stuff,
please send me
guys.
some links. Okay.
I also love TV. I love Traitors. I love like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love brain dead shit. Like, but then we need to switch off because then we wake up and we're on filming. So I need that couple of hours a day where I'm just like brain dead.
Yeah, interesting. When you that brown trip wouldn't be for me personally. When you are a step parent, do you struggle with the boundaries of? Because like for me, they're my biological children. I would instantly like snap at my kids. Do you struggle with like the boundaries on where you sit within like discipline and the structure of your family?
Yeah, it is quite hard, honestly. But I'm so lucky that Steve is very. I come from a very strict upbringing, very strict family. So I tell Steve off all the time. I'm like, we're having dinner at 6 o'clock. Like, why are you making it so late? Like dinner and homework now. Like he doesn't have the same structure as I would like. I really believe in discipline with children. But he outwardly to Cameron.
I would say that's routine.
Yeah. But I'm very much, I don't budge. Like,
Yeah.
I get very irritated at things, and like I like things to be a very specific way. I think it's really important with kids. Anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, and I also think it makes Cameron feel safe. Like, he outwardly doesn't love it, but then I do think it makes him feel so safe, and like I love him because I'm implementing those things. But anyway, Steve always says to Cameron, Savannah comes first. Savannah's decisions comes first. So like he's very, very vocal to Cameron that like he's never going to argue with me. I'm the main head in the house. So like Cameron, like
right, so within your home structure, you're at the top.
Yeah.
And then, okay.
Which is also so good. So if I ever take anything, if I ever am a little bit too authoritative or disciplined to Cameron, we're a joint front. And then in private, we'll speak about how we want to do that moving forward. But he really helps me navigate that. And I think because I have that control, it also helps me feel loved and feel like I have a place and learn for when we have more kids. So Steve really helps me.
That's great that you have that bond together. Do you have any advice for perhaps someone who's a step parent and is like navigating that dynamic?
I mean, it sounds really patronizing, but like you will really need your partner's support. Like you will really need them to put you first. And Steve really treats me like I'm Cameron's mother. Like I remember when we first started dating, I was quite vocal to Steve about the fact that I felt sad that they didn't acknowledge Mother's Day for me. And that if they wanted me to act like a mother, then they needed to treat me like one. And I think he just thought that I didn't care, because when I'm upset, I just won't vocalize anything, and I kind of would like go into a little shell. And then one day I realized that I wasn't getting anywhere from doing that. And actually by telling Steve that to like, acknowledge me on Mother's Day, to help me implement rules with Cameron, like to make me read a few bed nights stories a few nights a week, like to make sure I was integrated in the family structure, that like just helped so much. You just have to communicate. Yeah.
Does it make you more nervous now to have your own biological children? To bring that into that structure that you guys already have? I'm
more worried that Cameron, I'm worried about how I will act around children when they're biologically mine, if it will be different. Like the truth is that obviously I hope that I wouldn't. I hope that a child is a child and I love them, but I am worried about what my reaction would be. I'm worried about Cameron, making sure that he continues to feel loved and never feel second best. Because I would be stricter with my future kids than I am with Cameron. Yeah. And I worry that actually he'll grow up one day and he'll be like, why didn't you force me to take that exam? Why didn't you put more into my tutoring? But actually I'm not the main. No. So I can't push things any further than I already am. And so I am a little bit anxious about him being like, why didn't I get to go to that school? Do you think it's a benefit though that he's already turning 11 and they're not thinking about having children for another perhaps 4 years? Yeah. He's going to be well into his teenage years. So kind of luckily, at least you'll be talking about a newborn and a teenager. Yeah. You know, they have different. Yeah. The teenager he'll be out. I hope. I do hope. Not out. No. Yeah. Like he'll be going out. Yeah. Whereas your newborn is at home with you. You just can't tell though, because he also might be a teenager going through like a really pivotal mental stage. Yeah. So like, it's so hard. We're just gonna have to wait. Exactly. And like social media and I'm so glad I'm old. So glad I'm old. I'm so glad I'm a millennial. Oh my god, same. Fucking hell. I was looking at this TikTok the other day, and they were showing this video of people in like high school. It was America, but like similar vibes. And I was like, I'm so glad that we got to do that. Like our worst thing was like MSN in the evening and like a bit of MySpace. Yeah, and you can. We had to write code to get a different background on our MySpace. I was a coder. Okay, nowadays you just click a button. Sorry, women in STEM. Yeah. And we always got, your only follower was Tom. Yeah. And now it could be anyone. So it's hard. I could never be a kid now. It's tough. Do you know what? Cameron's 11. He has a phone. Yeah. Like we have to keep him off social media. We have to. Wow. I could never. The fact that we could switch off from it, we could go do stuff outside with people. Yeah. And now like it's just so different. How do you feel about social media and children and kids and things nowadays, like watching a child? Because now an 11-year-old, for us actually, the age difference is kind of like how we were at 15 maybe. Yeah. Like they grow up so much quicker. My daughter's 6 and I can already see it. Yeah. Do you know what? Interestingly, I got through my first brand deal to include Cameron in the other day, and I don't allow Cameron's face on my social media. Yeah. So I always have the back of his head. I noticed that. Yeah. But that was an interesting conversation about like, what do we want to do with this? And it was an extortion about money. And we're like, because I think like brands will pay well for your kids being in it as well. But so we have to really think on it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like we've decided, we managed to convince a brand that I can make the brand deal without him in it for like a similar fee, which is phenomenal. But it did pose the question of having his face in content generally and like moving forward, is it something that we would want to do?
So obviously that's a conversation with both his parents as well. Like it's hard, the three of you.
Exactly. Yeah. I do feel sorry for him because he's already so body conscious because of social media at 11, and we don't even allow him on social media. So I don't even know. I guess from YouTube and stuff. Yeah. But it definitely has an impact.
Gosh, that's so interesting. And you talk about hoping to have children in the next 4 years. Do you think you'll live together by then?
Yeah. No. Yeah, maybe.
Yes. Who's going to take the night feed? Wait, I'm just getting in an Uber.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, there's like families in America that they like the husband and wife live next door to each other.
I think it's actually really common for men and women not to sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
My husband actually didn't believe me. And I said, most people we interact with don't sleep together. Mainly because someone's co-sleeping or things like that. And then there's always something, because not every reason that people don't sleep together in the same room is because they don't want to. There's a lot of elements with it. But I would say maybe 70% of my friends don't actually share a room with their partners. Yeah. Looking into like closer towards your 10 year of marriage.
Fine.
Yeah. Whether it's snoring or light sleeping, different work schedules. Kids. Yeah. And also it's just nice to have a different space.
I agree. Or a workspace or I mean, I would like to get pregnant and live with him realistically. Like I would like that at some point. But I feel like I'm at that stage of life where all of my friends are still claiming to have sex 5 times a week with their partner. So I just feel like no one's being honest with me about their relationship setup. So like I'm actually so confused.
Why are we all lying?
Right now, like, tell me the truth. It's okay that you hate your husband. I'm not going to judge you.
I don't like my husband a lot of the time, and I think that people need to like really accept that. You can love someone and dislike them at the same time. You can still be a twat. Yeah, you can have all the emotions at once. And I think that's why I actually saw that less millennials are getting divorced. Actually,
really,
because I think more less people having affairs, even though it's the easiest thing to do nowadays because of things like social media. But actually millennials are doing it less because we're getting into marriages later.
Really?
People are communicating more, and also people are addressing the fact that this isn't working and then they just leave rather than having an affair, whereas like in society people would just stay together.
That is so
and I think nowadays people do just communicate more, and they accept. It would be so taboo to be like in separate rooms, but like my grandparents would never have shared a room. They would have been in like single beds, or they would have been in completely separate rooms eventually. I think nowadays, even though we do feel like no one's talking, I do feel like people are talking a bit more. And I do think with social media, it is really great that people are able to be like, okay, actually, other people are doing that. Like, even though there is so much scrutiny that comes with it, even if you're helping one person to understand, like the moving out, even if you can help one person to find themselves, I think that's so important. It gives you truth and value to your content.
I agree.
It's like my way of looking at it.
No, I really agree. I also think it's really important for people to know that like you're not going to be loved up all the time. Yeah, like that's not what a relationship is. Like one of my friends the other day was saying that she's really excited to have this new partner because they just never argue. And I was like, no, it's okay to. Like it's okay to butt heads and voice your opinion and be different. Like you don't need to be the same person.
It's always funny when you have these like big social media YouTubers, for example, or like a big social media couple, and everyone's so shocked that they break up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone's entitled to share what they want online, 100%. But like for me, I show very much like normality of my marriage. I'll keep in me bickering with my husband. I've talked a lot about going through a bit of a roommate stage, especially when I was like postpartum with my son. I literally had postpartum depression. So like,
really,
you were only going to get roommate, like at best. Sometimes on social media, a lot of what you see is not the truth. Like, and also if you're not bickering, how are you communicating? And I think that's when things can sometimes fall apart. I do understand some people's bickering can literally just be like sat down and like talking out. It doesn't have to be fighting.
I think
there's a difference.
Understand how people don't realize that a lot of creators are actors and actresses online, and they're showing you. Well, you're hardly going to film every argument, are you? You are only going to portray what you want the internet to see. Also, like brands do pay more for couples. Like they do pay more for like a certain image online. Like I have 2 influencer friends, and they are really loved up, but they are so much more overtly so online. And then brands pay them a higher fee for them to be in content together. And I'm like,
Yeah.
for people seeing that probably isn't great.
People ask for Kyle in my content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because we do, to be fair, because we do, and then we always like bicker.
Yeah.
But then we like film the bickering and then it's an ad. But like, yeah, people want to see that dynamic.
Yeah.
And again, that's hard because it is hard balancing like what am I going to put online, what am I not.
Yeah.
But I do think people need to have more honesty on how much sex we're having because it's just not true.
100%. I wish we could speak about that more openly. Yeah.
I think as well, I think it comes in like ebbs and flows. I think the problem is I think men are fed one thing about how much sex people are having and then women are actually fed a different. And actually when you sit down with your girlfriends at dinner and you're like, oh, I haven't had sex in a month. People are like, fuck, I haven't had sex in 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like I'm too busy. I have kids. Or someone will be like, oh no, I had sex this week. And it's like, everyone's like, yeah, that's normal conversation. Like, whereas like sometimes I'll hit like man version and people are like, how much you banging your wife?
Yeah.
And it's like, if it's not every day, it's not, I don't know why I became American. If it's not every day, it's not like, it's not sufficient. And it's like, that's just not reality.
Do you know what? I'm grateful to not have the time to.
Yeah, who's got the time? Who's got the time? I have ADHD, so for me,
I couldn't
having
tell.
sex, having sex is like so many steps.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
oh my God, I'm
there's so
saying.
many steps. It's like wash, and then I have to like take my
Yeah.
clothes off. Like, can I just take my zipper down? That would be so much easier.
I just get it done.
Yeah, don't even look at me. Don't even look at me.
Well, I also always tell my boyfriend that, like, fiance, I'm always like, you need to start flirting with me way earlier. Like,
Yeah,
he can
in the
just have
morning.
sex. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Like, you need to try harder for like a few hours before.
Yeah,
Like, it can't just
at least
like.
try and be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Make me breakfast.
Yeah.
Where's my cup of tea? Yeah, it's not. See, in my house, and when you have, for me, having 3 kids around,
Oh God,
and I'm sure
yeah.
when you have your stepson
Yeah.
around, like it's hard to do that stuff because you're in your routine. You're like
Yeah.
bashing things out. So like to go off onto a different, like, oh, I have to be romantic. It is
Yeah,
difficult.
'cause you're on kid mode.
Yeah,
it's
in
really hard to like.
100%. We've got a puppy, we've got kids.
God,
we're
yeah.
like,
So you're walking around talking like, meow, 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 meow.
yeah, we're like, get off. Right, what are you more stressed about?
Yeah.
The wedding, well, apparently not your own venue for your engagement party, Jesus Christ. Exercise, career, like what right now is like really holding space?
What am I
God,
stressed
I know that's
about?
a little
Holding
alphabet,
space.
yeah, that's
Sorry,
fuck,
Cynthia.
yeah.
I am actually quite anxious about the wedding.
Are you?
Yeah. Just because I do feel like there is a bit of pressure for how I have to show up online for it. What
Is
people are
the
expecting of me.
social bit more difficult? Obviously, you're an Indian woman. It's quite the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am a little bit anxious.
4
of it.
days? 3 days?
Maybe, yeah. We want to
Yeah.
integrate like the English and Indian.
In England.
Maybe in England or Italy, depending if we get gifted anything.
Yes. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Anyone in Italy want to gift us a venue, please? Como.
Use the one with the on the
the
Como
lake.
with the fireworks.
Can you
at the back.
imagine?
That was an influencer. I swear that was an influencer.
I mean-
They had like the rainbow confetti.
Could be me.
Mate.
Also, like, I feel like people expect influencers to look a certain way, for your body to look a certain way, for you to have a certain level of wealth. Like,
Yeah.
I think there's all of this stuff that I don't really know how it's going to be perceived online. And also, like, yeah, I'm not super extroverted, so
So
looked
for the actual wedding day,
yeah, to be
because one of
looked
the
at by
days
everyone.
is women only, isn't it? It's your henna.
Yeah, you sit in your flat and you just get henna on your
Mate,
hand.
that sounds so good.
Yeah, so that's not really a party. That's
Yeah,
really
that's the
nice.
best day,
That would
surely.
be 4 people in my flat.
Oh, I love
Yeah, the best bit.
that. Wow.
I would love that.
Yeah, and that's the day before.
Yeah, potentially, but it depends because we want like the English ceremony. So like
Okay.
would-
And would you wear a traditional?
both maybe. So we do like one day where it's like white dress, go to like sign whatever papers, whatever, and then we would do the henna, the mendi, because I don't think I'd want that in a white dress. I'm not sure, maybe, and then we would do the Indian
I see
stuff
what you mean. Yeah,
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah, so then they can be
And
separated.
then and in India, it's traditional to wear red.
Yeah, but like a ready purple maybe I might wear. But honestly, like no real.
It's funny because in sort of like Western culture, I
Yeah.
suppose, wearing red to a wedding is like,
But yeah, you're
You're the
stuck with the
affair.
husband. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I am a slut. To be
yeah, wear your red, girl.
And then like white for us is the color of funerals.
Interesting.
So, like, it's complete opposite.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually have a friend who's Indian and her cousin is getting married and she's actually wearing a white, like a cream version of the red.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I always speak to Amber about this because me and Amber are different kinds of brown. So like I think different Indians have different things, but for me, yeah.
That would be a no because it's for funerals.
Yeah. So I'm Gujarati. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or Kenyan Gujarati. Yeah, Kenyan Indian. So like for me it should be like a ready.
How does he feel about going into that culture and having that in his wedding and stuff?
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah,
because he's been
I
married
bet.
before as well. So he's like really excited to do like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like actually quite excited about it, which I'm actually really happy about. If he wasn't
kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like copy and paste.
Yeah. And also if he was being really nonchalant about being like, oh, just organise it, I'd be really sad. Like I want him to be excited to marry me. Otherwise,
when you do henna, do the men do a thing?
There's like another Indian event. I've never been to one, so I don't know what they entail.
Yeah. Who knows what they do?
Yeah,
Who
literally.
knows?
Yeah,
Who
so my
knows?
brother will have to. But there's
Will he do that? Is he open to doing that?
Yeah, I think so. Also on the
Well, he
wedding
is now,
day,
you've just committed him.
he's got no choice. Yeah, he's Sikh now. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an event on the wedding day where the bride's side steal the groom's shoes. And then he has to pay thousands of pounds effectively
Love
to
that.
get it back.
Love
Well, it
that.
depends family to family, but I've been to weddings where like the groom has had to pay like tens of thousands of pounds to get his shoes back. So he's really stressed about
Wait,
it.
to you or to your fam?
To the girls who steal the shoes. Yeah. So like,
So be your bridesmaids?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah. He's like anxious about it because he's like,
Oh my God, if I knew
I've got
that,
20 quid in my
I'd be one of your best friends.
I know. Yeah, literally.
I'd be like, oh my God, I haven't spoken to Sav in like a week.
Mommy wants a Birkin.
Give me thousands of pounds at your wedding.
Would you like to come? You can steal the shoes.
Yeah, I can still shoes. Gosh, I think you'll do really well at the wedding. You're obviously beautiful, and like you know, if you're gonna have it in Lake Como, it's gonna look great no matter what.
Yeah, I hope, maybe we'll see. Yeah.
What's big for 2026, which is probably not gonna be the wedding? What's big for you?
What's big? I actually want to run less. I want to make more like lifestyle content and be more like present in my family and try and figure out. I think that's the way I pivot
See how it's
and be
going.
more present with them. Is that I make more content about my family life.
Wow, I think
Yeah.
people would be really interested to see
That setup,
that setup.
maybe.
Because I think, of course, you know, still keeping, and obviously we've done it in this, you still keep other people's lives private, and there's a way
Yeah.
that you can do it off your family dynamic in your household and do it
Yeah.
really respectfully and open and still give people advice, because I think it's not talked about enough. And I think it's really, really common that people are in blended families.
Yeah, I agree. Also,
know.
like your style of content is really interesting because it is actually, again, just really human, like just eating normal food, doing normal things, like being a normal person. And I'm like, I can do that. Like
Yeah.
that's
Well,
actually
you're already
that's
doing
how I
it.
want to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
in my home life. So I'm like, actually, I think I would be okay at it.
Would you be nervous bringing the camera more into your house?
No, Steve and Cameron have actually been asking me to. They're
that's
quite
really
keen for me
nice.
to. Yeah. So, and I try and actually keep them quite separate because I want my page to be me with
Yeah.
like hints of them. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I do try.
Oh,
and,
you're the
like-
main character,
Oh,
darling.
obviously.
100%,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
100%. I'm the CEO of this page.
Yeah, obviously. But also anxious about like Cameron being recognised in spots he wouldn't want to be and stuff like that. I don't think he fully fathoms what this is. So it would still be, his face would still be hidden.
Yes. Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say, you can still have him there, but not there.
Yeah, like the back of his head and stuff.
Yes, easily.
But yeah, probably less running because the fitness space online isn't my favourite.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you find it quite toxic?
I just don't know that I fit into
Buckle
it.
up, bitch.
Yeah.
Over here, it is really mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't speak to anyone day to day anyway. It doesn't matter.
Just don't look. Oh God, I don't want to skate. Mothers are really opinionated.
Yeah.
Because everyone is right.
Oh, girls, stepmothers are holy shit.
That's
Mothers
what
to
I mean.
stepmothers? Fucking
That's
hell.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but I do you know what? I can take that. Is with fitness, people comment on the way you look a lot, and that I can't handle
Yeah.
because it's just constant. I'm gonna be an ugly stepmom now, aren't I? Yeah.
Look, you're going to do great.
Yeah. I mean,
You'll have amazing
I'm
content.
gonna
I'm really
try
looking
it.
forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it doesn't work, go back to running.
exactly.
Yeah. So everyone has to go and follow. Yeah.
Please.
We'll have all of her socials underneath. Lifestyle.
I'm nice, I swear.
It'll be interesting, like share your food, share. It's easy to do. You're already doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll find it easier because your editing style on your running right now is very,
Choppy.
very edited and very choppy. Like it's really gripping.
Yeah.
And it does sometimes make it easier because you do just like, sometimes when I haven't posted, I'll just prop up my phone.
Yeah.
And I've literally got Charlie Bingham meals.
That's
like
so-
slapping Charlie Bingham meals down.
Yeah, it takes
And
me
my
so long to
editing
put
is so
content
quick.
out because it
Yeah.
takes me long to edit. Yeah.
Yeah. My more complicated videos do take me like an hour or something
Yeah.
to edit, but
Okay.
like it is slightly easier to like throw them out. Like the
Okay.
way you said earlier to me before we started filming, you put out so much content. It is slightly easier when I'm not doing those full edits like you do.
Also, I'm doing a 3-hour run to a bakery, which is another 2 hours, and I have to get home and edit that content for a few hours. So I'm like, that it takes me.
I'd have to have a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Whereas if I can just chat to the camera about where I am at home, I'd be able to put out way more.
True.
Yeah. Just way more brain farts at home.
You're gonna do great.
I hope so.
I believe in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And because I've said it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right, should we get on to our don't touch it? My husband's American. Bless his soul. Not everyone can be perfect.
God help him.
No, we love it. We do very much like remind the children that they're American as well. My kids but we're really into American football.
No way.
I'm not. But like the kids wear the Patriots, like New England Patriots. So the Patriots, I don't know if you're aware, they lost Tom Brady. Do you know that name?
Yeah, the name.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Giselle.
Okay.
Yeah, Giselle's
yes.
ex-husband.
Absolutely.
Recently seen in St. Bart's talking to Alex L. That's the only reason I know these footballers. I'm like, whose girlfriend is that? But my husband is really obsessed. And currently right now we're on a different time zone. So he watched a football game the other day at 1:30 in the morning. So he took a little nap while he was putting the kids to bed. Like he does the book and then he was like, hey, no, I'll hold your hands. Fell asleep. And then he woke himself up to watch the football game. And then maybe got, yeah. And football games are they're long.
Yeah.
The American football games, they're like longer than ours because they fall over a lot. They like kind of just like they run 4 steps and they fall over. And like ever so often it's really exciting because like the quarterback will just like run. That's the only fun bit. But he was such a moody cunt the next day. And I'm like, why are you don't put that on me. Like,
why? Because they lost?
No, I think they won.
Oh.
But he's tired.
Oh.
That is the consequence of your own actions.
Oh,
it is
yeah.
not my responsibility. That is another hobby
Don't
that
take
you
that on me.
have.
Yeah.
Men have too many hobbies
I agree.
already. And you're now putting your hobby on affecting my lifestyle. Ick. Yeah, the American football. I have to like, I'm like, it's what I talk to my friends about. We're on different time zones. I'm like, why can't you watch it on catch up? Because even by the time if he watched it when he woke up in the morning and like, you know, had a little bit on the side while he's working, by the time your friends are waking up, then you've both watched it.
Yeah. Oh God. But men saying
Live
they're tired
sports.
generally is such an ick.
So annoying.
Such an ick.
I'm more tired than you.
No, but actually, yeah.
You haven't got there yet, but like when I'm really pregnant, I want to order loads of food,
Yeah.
but I actually can't finish it. So I can eat, I order a lot, can't finish it. So my husband finishes my food and then he's like, I'm fat because you're pregnant. And I'm like, bitch, have you seen my stomach? I'm like massive. And he's like, I'm fat because of you. And I'm like, well, I'm fat because of you.
I would be so upset
Because
if
he
doesn't
has
get
to finish
sympathy
my
fat.
food.
Yeah, he better.
Men.
That is support. Like he fucking better.
Yeah, we're in this together.
Yeah.
But then men lose weight really easily. So annoying.
Steve said when
testosterone.
his ex-partner was pregnant, he was like, I got in the best shape of my life. And I was like, don't you fucking dare. I know.
Ick.
I know. I know. He was like, it was this primal thing. Like, I just knew there was a kid coming, so I wanted to get in incredible shape to be a dad. I was like, I will fucking
Don't bring
divorce
that
you on
energy
the
anywhere
spot.
near me.
Yeah.
No.
Get out.
Oh.
I know. That should have been my ick. Fucking ran a mile.
Men are so funny.
He used the word primal as well.
Oh,
I was like, I don't want to fucking...
you know what? You just gotta laugh. Ever so often when Carl does something like really like he's trying to be really masculine, I just want to go like, boop.
Steve came with me to get a pedicure the other day and he loved it.
I love that.
Don't you?
Yeah, like I'm really appreciating men with like slightly more feminine energy. Or like some guy was like mansplaining something to me a couple of years ago and I was in such a bad mood. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm going to use that. That is so good. Sweetie.
It was in a bar or something in Dubai and this guy was just such a prick and I was like, wow, did you come up with that yourself?
In Dubai.
And he was like, I was like, bye.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah, bye. Right, what's yours? Mine's always about a man.
The thing that I refuse to pick up is a pan. I don't cook.
Oh, interesting.
I
Oh my God,
refuse.
you're not going to be able to do content
I refuse.
for cooking.
No, Steve can
Charlie
be in a nice
Bingham Mills.
little apron and I can direct him.
Yes.
I would not be in a relationship unless he cooked and cleaned everything.
You know what you could do? My friend Maisie does it. Is that she doesn't cook. Her partner makes her food and she rates out of 10.
Wait, that is so good. That is my content series right there. Holy
The rate
shit.
out of 10. And she'll like purposefully, because he's not in the videos, and she'll purposely like rage bait him. She'll be like, It's kind of like a 6. I would have given it a 7, but the potatoes are a bit soggy, and like she's like really enjoying it, and he's like, "What?"
That is so good. But also, like when he does it, he thinks it's okay to do that to me. As I'm the breadwinner, and I fucking do it. I'm like, you mother, it's coming. You're gonna
cook and I clean.
Literally, yeah. I give him like my macros. I'm like, this better be done. Like I don't touch a pan.
Wow.
I refuse.
Does he Tupperware you food?
Yeah. He drives, he would live 2 hours away from each other. He drives to me, cooks and fills my fridge, and then drives home to take care of a child.
Can I marry him?
Yes. That is the perfect setup.
Can we have sister wives? I'll bring my husband and kids.
Done. Done.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so yours is don't cook.
Yeah, drive to me, have sex with me, cook for me, and then go home. Marriage.
Wow, no wonder it's survived.
I know. The honeymoon phase has lasted approximately 8.5 years.
Oh my God, you officially do win. First Cynthia, now this.
No.
Wow. What's your favourite thing he cooks you?
I'm trying to be a little bit more protein heavy at the moment. So like,
oh my God.
I will.
How boring.
I know, literally. But I also run every day, and I get really lightheaded if I don't eat enough protein. So
Okay.
I'd make him roast me a lot of meat. He also made these things called crack eggs the other day, which is like these like Asian eggs with like all these. Honestly, it was so good. Except I've been eating like 5 eggs a day, which I
do love an egg. I actually had an egg before this, and I can't stop burping, and it's like really, I'm like
yummy.
Yeah, I can feel it in my mouth. Interesting. Was it like the eggs when they're in like soy?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They're so good. Yeah, he just
and
comes
they
in
like
and
turn
makes
that
batches.
brown.
Yeah, honestly, it's legit, and he's also very pretty. So
you win.
I know.
And with that, we're over.
I know.
We're done.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're moving on to viewer questions. So people have written in, they're like, don't, that irks. Okay, so I had Chinese leftovers. I had leftovers from the Chinese order that I was actually looking forward to. I packed it up, put it in the fridge, and knew exactly when and where I was going to have them. The next day I opened the fridge and the container was empty, clean, like nothing had been there. I had planned my lunch around that. Don't touch my leftovers.
It was back in the fridge.
Yeah, why someone put it back?
That is so disrespectful.
Daunting.
Oh my God.
Did you ever watch that Friends episode where Ross has he has a turkey sandwich left over?
Yes.
And he actually gets put on sabbatical because he had a mental breakdown.
Oh, I feel that so deeply though. I do feel
This is what this is
agree.
giving.
No, 100%.
I would fucking rage. Especially as a woman, I feel like it's hormones. You really like think of like the food that you crave and you want, and if that is taken away from you, imagine if she was on her period.
Oh, are you kidding me? I literally have a stepchild that I will fight if he touches my food. Like he knows what's mine. Like I'm so possessive over my food.
Really? Oh God. Do you eat cold? Do you eat cold Chinese?
I eat everything. Cold KFC is the one.
Is there?
Cold KFC with a slice of buttered bread the next day, specifically Jordan's
bread? Interesting.
Yeah, with some good butter on it, cold the next day.
Do you get boneless, or do you like the boneless banquet? Or
I like a bucket, but I also love spicy wings.
I actually got KFC the other day. That's why it's fresh in my mind.
Oh, I know, I did watch.
Actually, someone wrote in my comments. They were like, "Oh, is KFC popular in the South? Because I don't really see anyone having it in the North. Yeah. What are you eating up there?"
Yeah, no, I used to get KFC gravy when I went to uni up north all the time.
Yeah,
KFC gravy and chips.
Well, apparently it's not that common anymore. We're behind. But I actually really enjoy KFC.
Our best takeaway.
Yeah, so good.
So good.
But they don't do American biscuits like they do in America. They're like the scones. You can only get them at Popeyes.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
KFC's not problematic. We can go to KFC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Fucking
Wait, no, because I want to go to
Gil.
KFC.
I think you can definitely do Popeyes. Popeyes is a Louisiana.
Popeyes is shit.
No way.
I've never had it. I wouldn't know. I just lied. But KFC is it's the
Popeyes is way better.
Really, really.
Yes.
Really.
There's one in Waterloo Station. You must go immediately, and in London Bridge.
Okay, fine. Does it have any spring spicy? Because I'm
Yeah.
partial to a zinger meal.
Very spicy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
done.
from Louisiana.
Done. Okay, done. It's from Louisiana.
Oh my God, it's so good. And Popeyes is. Go, you need to get Popeyes.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
I'm like craving now.
Okay, moving on. You know when you do a job you've been putting off for days? I finally folded the laundry, every single piece. I actually feel quite proud of myself. So she should. And then my partner walks in and starts digging through it, one by one T-shirt, not even urgently, slowly picking up his jumpers and just casually destroying my hard work. Don't touch my laundry.
He just sounds stupid.
That would be really hard for me.
I don't think anyone's
I
ever
would have
disrespected me
told
like
him
that.
off before he even looked at my laundry.
That's like bare human etiquette though. Like that's That's just
I
stupidity.
struggle. She may not have trained him correctly from the beginning.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I mean, didn't his mother train him?
These millennial men, I don't think anyone was trained back then. Yeah, no.
Jesus.
If Kyle even looked at my laundry, I'd be like, find something else. Or you take the whole lot and I'm not responsible for
Carl would
folding
be
any
folding
of
all
your laundry.
laundry.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't be doing it myself
No.
if you disrespect me like that. I think she needs to set a boundary and just be like, if you want to touch your laundry, then I'm just not doing your laundry.
If you want to be in this marriage, you better fucking...
If you want to be in this marriage. All right, last one. Oh shit.
Big one, huh?
Yeah, well, it's just, yeah. I had a friend round. I went into my kitchen to make us drinks. Then I came back and she was on my phone, just scrolling through my photos. Not because I'd asked her to look at anything. She just said, wow, you've got loads on here. I took it back and carried on like nothing happened, but it made me feel so uncomfortable. Don't touch my phone.
So that was a friend that did that?
That's weird. I reckon that's more comfortable, more common than one would think.
Do you think so?
It's really hard when you wouldn't do something yourself to think that somebody else would do that.
That is quite hard to fathom that someone would do that though.
Yeah. Really hard. Really hard. There's actually someone on my team when we wrote these out and she said that this happened to her.
Really?
Yeah. It's so weird.
I'm actually more judging her for not having a password on her phone though.
Yeah, but maybe they're mates and she just knows it. 'Cause, like, it's, you know, some people have,
maybe.
people
Yeah.
have like the same thing for everything.
Yeah.
What if you came across a dick pic? You know, not that anyone has those on their phones in 2025, but like maybe like, oh mate, I've got someone on my bum. Have a look. Like I even when someone's got their phone like this and they're trying to show me something and they're scrolling to look for it, I will
Look away.
Look away.
Yeah, but some people just don't have. Some people are just so invasive.
If someone was going through their phone, would you look?
No, I always look away.
Look away.
Even to Steve, like I would
Yeah,
give him
what's
privacy.
going on?
Yeah.
Do you have like Find My Friends with your
Yeah.
partner? Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I need to know where he is at all times. Yeah.
Some people think that's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
It must be dependent on how you got brought up though, because I was saying to, I think Amber the other day, that I won't write a journal now because I'm pretty sure my parents used to read my journal growing up.
Interesting.
So
Yeah, but I would have to stop myself from not reading my
Yeah, I'd
children's.
be fighting myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm now terrified to write down my thoughts anywhere because I'm pretty sure my mum used to read mine.
Interesting. I wouldn't be able to not read my kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Because kids don't talk and I want to know.
Yeah.
We should probably did it out of love.
Yeah, but then I would always get in trouble afterwards about something I'd done that was in my diary. And
Oh no, that's a no-no. That's
yeah, exactly.
hard.
Well, it'd always be like, I hate my mum.
Yeah. She didn't give me a packet of quavers.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Bitch.
And you get grounded after, yeah.
Yeah. I saw that you said this. Yeah, gosh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's hard. I think people should be nowhere near each other's phones, even your partners. I don't think you should be going through your partner's phones, your phone. I don't even like to go through my own phone. Like, absolutely not. What happened in 25? I don't know. Like, I don't need to know we're in 26 now.
That is fully just crazy.
That is crazy to me. I actually would struggle with being that person's friend after that.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's such an invasion. Yeah.
It's not something I would even say to the person. I would just distance myself.
Just cut yourself.
I
and never
literally would
speak
just
to her
cut them
again.
off.
Just move. Like
As soon as someone's giving me the ick, I'm done.
oh, same.
Yeah.
I'm just out.
Yeah, I'm
They don't
out.
even know.
Yeah. I don't know why, but you're done to me.
I recently sacked someone. They don't even. I just haven't spoken to them.
I think that should just be normalised more.
Just ghost them.
Just ghost them.
Ghost your employees.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's
Men
fine.
did it to us the whole way through, like 2010 to like now. I think women should just ghost constantly.
I agree.
And I think there should just be an agreement. If they're not speaking to you,
It's
just done.
over. You're done.
Yeah, you're done. Right. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Don't ghost me after this.
I won't. You're coming on a run.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it, are you?
Do you know what? I actually would. I
think you should.
We could promote this podcast
With a
episode
run.
with a run.
Yes. I actually reckon you'll love it.
But I want the croissant at the end.
Yeah, I don't think I'll
And
do
I
one
want
now.
the gear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Oh, God. Okay, great. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for writing in your Don't Touch It. If you want to write in and share your like weird people were looking through your phones and normal annoyances of friends, family, and normally your husbands, please write to don'ttouchit@carolineparker.com.